They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on last year's national champions, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch at the 35. He gets a block. The speed, the shakiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Oklahoma's offense will go to work for the first time today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a and in your system, in your scheme, he knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium I love on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They're coming off a national championship win last year. You got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Throws to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been since.
Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll try the run. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air on second down. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Then back in their own end, a third and short from the 16. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Back to throw, it's Samuel. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's off. Pushed down for the tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Right midfield, he's got room. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. A first and 10 for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's first and 10. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Sooners line it up with a first and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
I think you love...
They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. From the gun, running back gets the give. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's got it and still on his feet. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20 to...
The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. To throw, it's Samuel. Scrambling away. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Quarterback gets enough. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
The 49ers will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He's going for the big play. He's got it down the right side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. What a dime tossed by that Sooners quarterback. It seems like if you're going to play for Oklahoma, you better be able to spin the magic beat.
You better be able to spin it, and guess what? Most of the time, if you play...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Sooner. The missed 56-yarder makes that stop even bigger. Now the offense has outstanding field position. Looking deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown! And here comes the punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. To the air, it's Samuel. Unloads to the wideout. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right.
And what a great job by...
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He'll do it himself. Bringing it back. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
The Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air on first down. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Final play of the quarter coming. From the gun to give, looking for room. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. There he goes. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. The Sooners are flying down the field. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
And added on.
Looking to throw, it's Samuel. Dumps it to the back. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Sooners want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first himself. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
From the gun. He wants it all. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling. Everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as his offense in business. The Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw, it's Samuel. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The short hands, it's Jennings. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had...
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.